Hey Pipe Smokers and the YTVC. I thought I'd do another quick Codger challenge update. Smoking my Ron's freehand. I've gone through these 4 pipes probably, I don't know how many times, a lot. No rhyme or reason either, like which one I'm feeling. I'm just kind of, I think I've been kind of going by like, because they're all pretty different inside and like as far as like the bowl sizes go. Like my garage made pipe tool is a huge bowl, so I've been smoking that mostly on the weekends or if I have a lot of time to smoke. This one's a medium-sized bowl, so morning, evening, after work, whenever. The Dr. Grabeau is a kind of a smaller bowl. This is pretty good for like a lunch break if I decide to take a smoke break during lunch. And the Bing's favorite is a pretty small bowl too, about the same as the Dr. Grabeau. I just pronounce Grabeau and Grabeau. I mix it up every time because I've been hearing both ways, and I was like, I have no idea which way you pronounce it. So sometimes I say Grabeau, sometimes I say Grabeau. It's just all over the place. Yeah, I used to say Grabeau, and then Grabeau sounded funny to me when I first heard it, but now it sounds right. I don't know. Everyone's been saying that I'm going to run out. I don't think I will. Whoops. So, I mean, I got 4 ounces, but I think he gave me a little bit more. Because this is what... It's only been 8 days. For some reason, it feels longer. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Drinking some Redemption Rye. That's pretty good. As I gave never had that happen before. Like I took a sip and like you know that how you retrohale, you kind of put your tongue to the roof of your mouth and the smoke comes out your nose. I kind of did that just now drinking that and got all kinds of different like flavors. That was interesting. Got a bunch of vanilla. Maybe that's how you're supposed to taste whiskey. Because I've been doing these whiskey tastings and some people are like, oh, I taste this and this and this. It's like, I just taste whiskey, man. I don't know how you're getting all these different flavors. Maybe that's how you're supposed to do it. I don't know. So yeah, day 8. Wow. I've never smoked the same blend this long. I never smoked the same blend more than a day, really. I mean, sometimes I get in those moods, you know. If I open up a new tin, I'll smoke the first 2 or 3 bowls out of that, or usually back to back. London Burley, when I first discovered that blend, I loved it so much. I was smoking it probably 4 or 5 bowls in a row. Never the same pipe back to back though. So I'm kind of glad I got options. I think I did smoke that Neil Monnier. I smoked that twice back to back during this challenge early on. Um, a little tip, I guess, if you want to change up your tobacco without changing the blend, but try to get a different experience. I did this last week. It was probably my second or third day. I went down the road to have a smoke because I've mentioned before you can't smoke on campus. So I went down to an area where smokers go and park. Went down there and had a pipe, and afterwards I took my weekender jar and just left it on the passenger seat. And then it was a warmer day, so it kind of got hot. And so I packed my bowl for the ride home, and it kind of stoved it a little bit. And so I did that today. I got back from my lunch break smoke, and I took the pocket jar and I put it up on the dash because it was super sunny out today. It was cold. It was like 30 some degrees, but that sun was warm. And left it up in the dash, and then after work I go out and the lid was like completely loose, and that tobacco was all like real, moist and stuff just from being in the heat. And so it kind of just like it stoved it and changed it up a little bit. So a little trick. I don't think that'd be against the rules, because it's just nature. So maybe give that a shot if you want to change up your blend a little bit. It did change it a lot because I tasted the Virginias more. Like it was like the sweetness, and because it's red Virginia, so like it had like that, almost had that, like, I don't know, that McClellan essence from the Virginias that McClellan had was real like vinegar like smelling. And I don't know if that's how they got their Virginias to do that. It was like by stoving it and stuff, but that's kind of where I was kind of getting from letting it sit in the hot sun for a few hours. But just a little tip if you want to change up your blend to keep on pushing forward, and you're like, oh man, this is getting old and I'm ready to smoke something else, and just let it sit in the sun for a couple bowls and then smoke some regular stuff that hasn't been in the sun. Or I don't know, I've been taking this. I put in my lunchbox, so I'll probably just tomorrow leave it in the car and let it bake in the sun, and then at lunch I can smoke some, and then after work, keep it in the car for a little bit longer and see what it does, with 8 hours or so being out in the sun. So we are getting super close to our closing day with our house. Got some stuff finished up today with the homeowners insurance and some other paperwork and stuff. So our closing date is next Monday. Hopefully it's the same day. They did mention that it could be possibly on Tuesday or Wednesday. So either way, we're closing next week. We get the keys next week and we can start moving. I don't want to start, I got, some stuff packed, my pipes, tobacco, or most of my tobacco's packed up, but all my pipes are packed up, books are packed up. I got some, other things in the office, like pipe stands that I'll have to throw in a box or something, and because we're just moving just kind of down the road, so it shouldn't be too much. I can just reuse boxes, pack some stuff, take it, unpack, or I'm sure we'll have some kind of system. But I'm a little anxious about it. I'm like just ready, playing the waiting game right now. It's like all the paper, like our end is all done. I feel like everything else is pretty close to being done. I think we're just kind of waiting on like the seller to finish repairs. They have to have that done by Thursday, and then the re-inspection, which will be sometime like I think Thursday or Friday. So once that's done, then we should be able to close pretty soon, I would think. I'm ready to close ASAP. I mean, I'm ready. If they called me tomorrow and were like, hey, we can close Thursday, I'd be like, okay, let's do it. Anyways, I don't make this too long. Just wanted to do a quick update. Some tips maybe on how to change up your smoke. I haven't watched the video yet, but I saw Bobby Six Guns is out. Kind of curious who else has dropped. I'm getting pretty close. But all my pipes and tobacco I got tobacco I can smoke. That's not packed away yet. But all my pipes are packed up, so I'm not going to touch those. I should probably pack up my tobacco just that way. It's like not tempting or nothing. But I can see myself throwing in the towel once I move and start unpacking stuff and be like, you know what? What are the odds of me winning the whole thing? Is it worth it? I don't know. I could be out because I smoked a cigar, and I haven't heard from Paladin yet if that was no bueno or not. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.